Happy Uniform Day to everybody. It's Spirit Day. Happy uniform. This is Rebel.
Hi, Rebel.
He wants to get out of
Hi.
that shirt. Bye, y'all.
Hi.
Hey, third grade. Ready for your art lesson with your friendly neighborhood art teacher? Your expedition this semester has been about exploring Neverland. Your questions, guiding questions: how do writers capture a reader's imagination? How can I create a solution to a problem that a library character might encounter? And how can the lessons learned from fictional texts transform society? Today, your learning targets are: I can brainstorm ideas for a poster about saving the earth. I can create visual symbols for my ideas about saving the earth, and I can fill a whole page and color in everything. Before we begin, you will need paper. Lined paper or printing paper is fine. Pencil and eraser, and coloring supplies. Remember, you are going to be drawing big. Now, we're going to be working on a Save Our Planet poster. This is going to be an anti-pollution kind of poster. And first, I'm going to show you some really good examples of some pictures, or of some posters. But I want to emphasize to you, you cannot copy these pictures. These are other artists' artwork. You cannot copy them. So, some very good examples that are anti-plastic or anti-trash are shown right here. The little turtle swimming in the water in a plastic bag, and all it says is, say no to plastic. The earth in a trash can, which is overflowing, and it just says don't trash it. And then the earth wrapped in plastic. It says more planet, less plastic. Those are all pretty powerful statements and artwork. One of the things that you can be working on is a particular type of anti-pollution statement. Like, I'm pretty big on the say no to plastic. No plastic bags. I use tote bags as much as I can. I recycle all of my plastic. Now, here are some positive Save the Planet slogans and pictures. These are a little less scary than the other ones that we've seen. There is no planet B. Save the planet. These are the types of things that we're going to be working with. So, these are some very good examples of some student-made artwork in the past. We're going to start like the one on the left with the earth in the middle. We're going to divide it up behind them, but I'm not going to make you use all of those segments, but keep those in mind. The one on the right still has some really great examples of what we should be working on. We're going to look for things like turn off the lights, reduce how much water you use, reuse, what are some, walk instead of drive, recycle paper goods and plastics, all sorts of things. Before we go too far, we're going to work, there we go. Let's talk about how we're going to be drawing ours today. First, we're going to start by tracing, well, something large and circular. I just use a regular DVD. You're not coloring on the DVD, but you're going to use it to go around your paper. That should be pretty simple. So if you have a DVD or a CD or something like that, you can use. So let's skip. Going to, again, start off in the middle by tracing what's going to become the earth. Pretty easy. Now, if you have a ruler, you'll need one for this next part. If not, I'll show you a trick. like, I don't have a ruler immediate, so I'm going to take the edge of my book, I'm going to move my camera a little bit, and I'm going to connect that corner. See, I'm using the edge of the book just to make sure that it actually makes a straight line all the way down to the other corner. And it goes through the earth, so we're not going to see that line going through it. Then we do the same thing over here on this side. So again, I'm just using the edge, like I could close this, maybe even show you better. So I'm going to be using the edge of the book to make that straight line. All I'm doing is I'm just using it. We're not measuring anything, but we are going to turn this into a mostly evenly divided 4 quarters. So let's make this into the earth. I'm not asking you to make super detailed continents, but we know America has Florida off to the side, and we've got the Gulf of Mexico right there. We've got the other part of America, and look, this is already starting to look like the earth. So we're going to come up here, and there's some wobbly spots. There's big islands up the top. Then we're going to make 1/2 of South America, another part of South America coming down. Not asking you, again, to make perfect, but it needs to look pretty close to it. Then we'll draw big island, draw a little bit of Europe over here, and we'll put part of Africa on that side. Pretty simple. I can look at that and tell, oh, that's the earth. That's going to be the center of the thing. We want that to be the focus. Now, I'll let you pick where you want to write save the world or save the earth, whichever one you want to write. I did mine at the top, but today for this example I think I'll put this one at the bottom. Watch when I do this, please. I want you to make sure that your letters are coming up all the way. It makes it a lot more interesting. Save. And I'm going to start that E. And I'm going to make some hour. And again, I'm making sure that my letters are going from the bottom all the way up to the top, even if it makes them kind of weirdly shaped. So, that is a nice way to fill it up. I'm going to show you what it looks like if you don't. So, between the two of these, I would pay attention to something that has this on it instead of something that looks, look, that looks kind of boring. That looks much more dynamic. So, make sure your letters are going up to the top. If you want to do bubble letters, you can totally do bubble letters. I'll actually show you in a moment kind of a trick to doing bubble letters. But I'll make sure I got that erased. So, this is my trick to doing bubble letters. Let's say that I want to write S-A-V. First, I write the regular, just big. Then I'm going to come back around it, and you can either add the letter next to it, or you can come down, around, and then erase. The lines that are on the inside. So I'll try that again. You can either do just add one extra one on the outside, or You can draw all the way and then erase. What's on the inside? Your choice. Either way it works for you. I'm not going to spend too much time on the bubble letters because I want to make sure that we get other things done. So let's say that you are very interested in saving the animals. Up here at the top, let's find out something that we can say for that. We can say save the animals. It's kind of pretty specific. You can say protect our animals. You can say something more specific like don't throw plastic into the ocean. Whatever will help you know for this one up here. So I'm going to write, and because this is not the same as our big slogan down there, it's okay if this one's smaller. Protect our wildlife. And I'm going to draw some little paw prints on that side. Let's draw a little bird over here on this side. And then at the bottom, I'll draw a turtle. So you can come up with some other things, maybe if you wanted to do protect our wildlife. So other things that I did on mine, I did save our water, say no to plastic, recycle. Again, these are things that I personally am very big on. We recycle more in my house than we throw away trash. I make sure that all of the water is off and we're not wasting any of it. And like I said before, I say no to plastic. We recycle any plastic that we get, and I use those tote bags. And if you look back at our examples over here, we've got other things. Do not litter, ride or cycle, stop pollution, which those two kind of go together, grow plants instead of cutting down trees. We've got things like turn off the lights, walk, recycle paper goods, donate clothes, all sorts of use. There's use 2 liters to grow vegetables in them. So brainstorm some ideas. You can talk it over with your parents. You can talk it over with other people if you need to. And let's come up with some things. I want to see unique posters that have to do with you and what you're interested in. So other things, let's see, we said, and I liked that one that they drew. Here's a switch. So turn off, and I'm going to put lights. And then I liked that one about donate old clothes. Just don't get rid of them. See if you can donate things. Donate old and what's the word? I don't know if you know that. And used clothes. So, once you've got your 3 reasons figured out and figure out how you're going to do them, draw them on here, and then hit color. So, your task today is to brainstorm ways to create symbols for pollution. You can look back at my examples. Remember, we're not copying theirs. Come up with some phrases that you can use for the Save the Earth poster. Trace a CD or a DVD in the middle of the page. This will become the Earth. Use a ruler or another straight edge to divide the paper behind the Earth into 4 sections. Create one reason or solution in each section, but remember, one of them is going to say save our Earth or save the planet or love the planet, some kind of positive message on the inside. All right, third grade. I look forward to seeing your posters. Bye.